Hello there. On this episode of the Brassettes Podcast, I'm joined by not one but 5 incredible women from the Brighouse Rastrick Band, fresh from their victory at the British Open. We've got principal trombone player Ellena Newton, first horn Alice Clark, and cornet players Bethan Plant, Ginnette Nurney, and Natalie Morrison. Hope you enjoy our chat. Well, thanks very much, everyone, for coming on the Brassettes Podcast. Dear me, it's great to have you all here. We all must be on cloud 9 after your win at the British Open a couple of weeks ago. How were practices going up until then? Was it a good run-up to the contest? I can see you smiling there, Ellena.
Do you know, it's a funny one. I don't know if other people felt differently to me, but I've had a lot of contests now with Brighouse, and I felt like on the run-up, I've been like, oh my God, this is amazing, like it's going to be unreal, we're going to just smash us out the park, and then we don't.
Yeah.
Or we do, and we don't get the result we want. But I felt, weirdly with this one, I felt more unsettled, bizarrely. I felt like we maybe weren't like on our absolute best form, and then on the day it was absolutely unbelievable. So it's funny how sometimes the prep is very different to the performance both ways round.
Yeah.
It really did come off on stage.
Yeah, brilliant. See, that's the thing, isn't it? Did you just know when you come off stage, did you think you've really pulled it off there?
It was special, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the audience reaction. You know, like before we'd even finished the last note, you could see people were starting to cheer, and that's when I was
standing up.
Oh, amazing.
This must be
I
good.
think it was probably like halfway through it for me. I think we're trying to say like halfway through for me was when I was like, wow, this is going really well. Like we'd done the offstage bit, we'd got back. We were kind of at like the main theme, the bass trombone, like low mass was going, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. Like, so I reckon about halfway through, I got excited then. I was like, ooh.
Oh my goodness. Absolutely brilliant. Fantastic. Would you say, you know, like I know everybody's got like so much on, you're working, looking after family, traveling, everything, haven't you? So like how do you support each other as a band, you know, like when you're so busy? You'll all, I mean, I think you're probably all you feel like you're all in the same boat probably, but are you aware, you know, you all look after each other, I suppose, because you're a good team? And
it's really hard sometimes because we are really busy, but I feel like there's always maybe someone who's having a bit of a tough day, and then the others will pick them up and then get them through it, and then, you know, the next rehearsal it might be somebody else who's had a really long day at work and just needs picking up. But we're a family at Brighouse.
That's it, isn't it? It comes across. It. You can see that, can't you? You can see with Brighouse that you are, you know, a family. You know, that's the thing, isn't it? And I think it's so important, isn't it, to look after each member of your team, because obviously you all play such an important part, and especially in such a top band. That's it, isn't it? You know, it's brilliant that. Because another thing as well, what about nerves? How would you advise anybody if they get nervous or anything about a performance? Because like obviously you were all performing at the top level. How do you cope?
For me, this year was my first Open, and it was really nice because backstage I was a bit nervous, and then Mike Eccles, our flugel player, who's just left, was like, oh, like, have a good one, Alice, you know, you need to enjoy it. It's your first Open. So I think it was definitely just everyone else's like reactions and the atmosphere backstage that really helped. You know, it really helps when everyone else is really positive instead of being like, oh my God, how's it gonna go? And stuff
that's it, isn't it? And like other experienced players giving you that advice as well. That's isn't it? Yeah, exactly.
I think it's all about going on and not fearing anything, going on and enjoying yourself, and just basically thinking, well, you know, you can do it, believe in yourself and be proud whilst you're on stage. Yeah. And it's just making sure that everyone goes on with those sort of vibes rather than sort of fear, you know what I mean?
Exactly, isn't it? Because there's nothing worse, is there? If you go on stage frightened that am I going to go wrong? You know, that's the thing, isn't it? It's the wrong mindset, isn't it? You need to just go and play your best that you can play, isn't it?
I always try to think like to myself before I go on, like there is a reason that I play principal trombone at Brighouse and no one else does. Like it sounds really arrogant and it sounds really silly, but I have to remind myself backstage, and I'm like, oh, what if this is going to go wrong? What if this? But I have to think, no, like the reason that I sit there.
Give
No
yourself
one else is sat there. It's going to be fine. Like,
that's it, isn't it? It's playing that game sometimes with yourself as well, isn't it? Giving yourself a talking to when those negative voices come in your head sometimes, isn't it? It's just like, oh, thank you for that. Do you know what? I've missed a really important part out. I've not let everybody go around and introduce themselves. But everybody will know who you are. But we haven't done that. I'm really sorry. So should we start with you, Ginnette, seeing you were in the middle and you've been my contact to help get this organised?
Yeah, sure. Ginnette Nurney. So I've been playing with Brighouse for just over 4 years, actually. I joined just after COVID when the band started. And I play on the front row, sitting next to Bethan. So I'm like third solo cornet.
Oh, brilliant. Okay. What about you, Natalie?
Hi everyone, I'm Natalie Morrison. I play on second cornet and I joined 8 and 9 years ago now, maybe 2017 it was. I've been in the band quite a while.
Brilliant. Okay. What about you, Bethan?
I'm also on cornet, play sitting next to Ginnette on front row. I'm on second man. And I've been in the band, I can't remember how long now, maybe since 2019.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
And what about you, Alice?
So I play first horn, and I've only been in the band for, I don't think it's even been a year yet. It was just before Christmas last year, so.
Oh, fantastic. So you're having a good year. Brilliant. Yeah. And Ellena, sorry, wait.
Hi, so I'm Ellena Newton. I play principal trombone. I joined the band in 2015, so I've done 10 years now. But I started out on second trombone, left for a short while when I had my son, and then came back on solo trombone in 2019.
Fantastic. 10 years, dear me, that's gone fast, Ellena.
I know.
Dear me. That's the thing, isn't it? The time just goes. Let's have a look. Now, this is a good question. Do you feel the role of women in brass bands has changed since you first started playing? Because, it depends, I suppose, different ages, isn't it? Because, I know banding's changed for me.
There's lots more women in banding now from when I first started. I started playing when I was 7.
Yeah.
Yonks ago. And there weren't many women, in bands at that point in time, and just to see how many are coming through now is really, really good.
It is, isn't it?
I think we've sort of proven the point that we can be as good as blokes.
Absolutely.
If not better on some occasions. So,
Yeah. Yeah, fantastic. Because what I did notice, how many females is there at Brighouse? Is there 9?
They were at British Open.
Yeah, there was, wasn't there?
There still is now, to be honest.
That's brilliant, isn't it? Because I saw that's what set me off, you see. I saw that photograph of you all with the shield, at the British Open. And I thought, 9, I'm going to have you on. And I just thought, it's wonderful, isn't it? Because it was the first permanent female in Brighouse was in 2010, wasn't it? Laura Hurst, I think. Was that 2010? I'll have to check my facts.
Right.
But yeah. So it's fantastic, isn't it? That every things have changed, and it's brilliant. And the thing is, with this podcast, the reason why I started it is just because I just wanted to share everybody's stories, because everybody's doing fantastic things, aren't they? And I think it's inspiring for younger players coming through, isn't it? And I just think if we can just share stories and somebody watches it and listens and thinks, I could do that, well, that's, it's half the battle, isn't it?
Yeah. I definitely think now that it shouldn't matter whether you're a man or a woman.
Absolutely.
I don't prejudice really when it comes, even for the top bands, when it comes to appointing players, there would be no part of our decision making that would be based on.
Yeah. It goes on how you can play, can play the part. Yeah.
We've proven the point now. We can do it. It's
I think like Brighouse is, I mean, it's my only experience of top band in Brighouse, but yeah, I would agree with Natalie. I would never feel disadvantaged in any way playing Brighouse, and I never have. But I don't think you have to go back long to see that. So when I first joined, there was a little like voting slip in my pad, which was, should women be allowed to play for Brighouse and Rastrick? That was the question in a yes and a no tick box. And whoever had sat there had ticked no. So I don't know when that was or how long ago the vote. I assume it must have been 5 years previously for when Laura Hurst joined the band. But
it does, doesn't it? Yeah.
It's not that long ago.
Not really. That long ago.
Yeah. A huge shift in the past decade. A huge shift.
Well, that's and it is. It's brilliant what we're seeing now, isn't it? You know, and I think that's it. It's just fantastic because, you know, like there's just so many coming through, young players. You know, because what kind of like, you know, when you were starting out as players, who would you say were your inspirations? Like, did you have female role models, or was it just music in general? You know, would you say?
I was quite lucky growing up when I was learning. I mean, when I was learning, I was introduced to it because my whole family play brass instruments. And I've obviously got those people that I've looked up to, and you know, I heard them play when I was younger, and you listen to them and you think, oh, I want to sound like that. But I also had people a lot closer to me as well, and I learnt in Ellen's youth band and Ellen training.
All right, yeah.
And so the conductor there is Sam Harrison. She's there now, so she's my first, and you know, a very big influence on where I am now, and quite a big female role.
Yeah, that's brilliant, isn't it? And like, what about you, Natalie? Because obviously with your dad, dear me.
Yeah, I'd say it wasn't so much a female role model, but more. My dad was obviously my role model and my teacher, and you know, he got me to where I am now. But I guess it's more him championing me to do that.
That's the thing, isn't it? Though, but how fantastic! You know, that's it, isn't it? And it's getting everybody to just go for it and play, isn't it? You know, and I think it is easier if you see it, isn't it? If you see people playing and you were growing up around it, and I mean, with my kids, it didn't work. I tried to, you know. Didn't work, but like they did play for a while, but like they don't play now, but like one's 17 and 19, they're not interested at all. But I did try my best. You know, it's just didn't, you know, sometimes it's just making sure that I just wanted to give them that kind of like, you know, because they came everywhere with me with band and played in the little junior band and stuff, but that was it. They just didn't want to take it any further. But at least they've had that, you know what I mean? And even if they go back to it in years to come, you never know. You know, I think that's it, isn't it? It's what do you think, Ellena? Because your little lad plays, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. I feel like it probably will go one of two ways with him. It'll either, because me and his dad are both musicians, so it'll either be like, this is so cool, I really want to do this, or my mum and dad do this, I will never do this. Like it just depends like how he feels, but he will grow up around it, and I think that is a stepping stone. Like I grew up in Saddleworth, which is it's like the heart of banding, isn't it? It's where Whit Friday is. So I just grew up surrounded by it, so I took an interest in it.
There's brass in concert coming up, isn't there? Are you going to brass in concert? Yeah. You will be, won't you? Oh, see you there, yeah. And then the day after is the youth contest, isn't it? Which is good. And some of those bands that go, they're absolutely like fantastic, aren't they? And it's amazing to see just like the potential, isn't it, coming through? And you just think, I mean, it makes me feel dead old now. Like, I don't know, you know, it's just, but when you see kids coming through, I just think it's brilliant, you know. And that's why I just think it's so important just to keep like sharing our stories of like how fantastic it is in banding, you know, because what have you got coming up now then? So you've just done the Open, you got London, Dear me, so you've got, yeah, that's it, isn't it? Yeah. And then what have you got any big plans for next year then? Have you got any tours or anything coming up? Or
Will it be the Euros next year, or is that the year after now?
Year after. Yeah.
Oh.
So we're going to Swiss 2027, but I don't think we've got anything too much in the pipeline for next year that we know of yet.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? But it's just all a run of normal contests, and the concert's enough to keep you all busy, isn't it?
And a busy,
yeah, I mean,
busy Christmas.
Of course. Let's have a look. So this is a good one. So if you could give anybody a piece of advice, young female brass players, what kind of advice would you give them who was starting out?
This was one of the harder questions, wasn't it?
I know, yeah, I know. But it's always a good question, this though, because I just think, I mean, a lot of people always say, like, you know, just practice like mad. Don't turn anything down. Have a go at everything. You know what I mean? There's always loads of. What would
My
you say?
advice would be to always surround yourself with players who are better than you. I mean, that is the best way to learn. So never be the best player in a band. As soon as you are, move on. Go to a new band where you're back at the bottom of the pile and you're figuring it all out again and you're working your way up. I do think, for me, that would be the best advice. Like, always be the worst player in the band until you're not, and then move up.
Oh, that's good advice, isn't it? Yeah. Anyone else got any ideas? Or
I think for young people as well, it's about enjoying it. Like, that's why so many of them give up, is because it's like the chore to go and practice their instrument. And what I think really got us all into it probably is being in like children and youth bands and making friends with people, and it's those kind of communities and those groups that then mean that you stick at it and you meet up with them people, and you then are in proper bands with them later on, and you meet up at contests, and there's, you know, loads of people that you know from all those organisations. So that would be my advice.
Yes, that's it, isn't it? And you're developing like a community of your own, a younger,
And I think it takes lots of time and dedication, and I think people sometimes expect to be good too soon, don't they? And then get frustrated and then think, oh, I can't be bothered anymore. But, you know, it pays off eventually, doesn't it? So it's just a case of sticking with it.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Have you got something, Alice?
Yeah. I think I'd just say, like, not to be embarrassed about playing an instrument, because I always remember, like, in high school when, you know, you used to have to go in the school band and you used to have to take your instrument in. It used to be the most embarrassing thing ever. I used to make my mum go take it in for me. But, you know, I don't care now, so you just got to carry on, and you've
just got to, haven't you? I know. We were talking about this the other day, and I was on about, like, I used to be mortified when you used to have to go out of a lesson to go to your to go to your Perry, and man was always in chemistry, oh my God. So, like, I'd get myself in the right state and I'd be sat there thinking, I'm going to have to tell him I need to go at my lesson. And the clock would be ticking and you only have 15 minutes lesson. And I'd sit there thinking, I need to leave now. And I'd put my hand up, like, totally, it's ridiculous, isn't it? And the teacher wasn't very happy, really, because I had to keep going out. But it was every time. And I used to get my timetable and I'd think, oh my God, not again. I'm going to have to do it again. And he'd be like, he was like, do you just work this out? And I'm like, no, it just always happens, And it's just things like that when you're a kid. And I used to, like, physically, like, I'd feel sick. I'd be like, oh my God, it's daft, isn't it? I should have just gone to the teacher and said, I'm a bit nervous about this, really. Can we change it? But I didn't, because I just used to just go along. You know what I mean? When you're a kid, you just, it's funny looking back. And like other things as well. I can remember taking my cornet to school and somebody ran off with it on the field and got it out. Got my cornet out on the field, running around playing it.
Oh my God. So you just reminded me of something, actually, because when I first started playing, my dad got me this really old battered cornet, and I think he picked it up from somewhere and it was for nothing, and then all of a sudden he gives it to me. And at the time my brother had started playing anyway, so I was sort of interested in getting into it.
Yeah.
It did this cornet, it was that battered, it didn't have a case. So my dad made this case. He were always like tinkering with stuff. He made me this wooden case.
Oh,
He painted it like snot green. And then we should have a load of stickers on it. And then he put like this handle on the top of it that were one of these stiff handles on the door that does not have any give whatsoever. So I had to take it to school. Literally, my hand was like nearly falling off once I got to school. It was so funny. And I think at the time, Colin Hardy worked at Band Supplies in Leeds. I don't know if you remember. And he saw this case and he said, "Oh, I think you might need to make some of those for me, Jeffrey." You know what I mean? So yeah, my dad got some. I don't know. He didn't get any business out of it really, but he just those words from Colin Hardy. Yeah.
Have you still got your case?
No,
Oh,
wish I had, because
that would be
it was really, really funny.
Oh my goodness! But it just shows, doesn't it, how things,
Yeah, how things
like
change.
how things have changed, isn't it? Because like, like we never saw gig bags or anything like that. You just take them to school, and all battered box, and it was just like, oh my god. Yeah. But it's all good. Let's have a look. So I'm nearly finishing now. So like, now this is supposed to be a bit of a fun one, this, at the end. So like, if you had to sum up what it's like to be in Brighouse in a few words, what would you say?
Who's going first?
I was going to say 3 words, you see, but then I thought that might be a bit cruel. So I've just said a few words so that.
I would probably say it comes with a pressure because of the band that it is and the contests that you do.
Yeah.
But the feeling that you get when it pulls off is unlike anything else. And probably specifically to Brighouse, Nat is 100% right. Like, Brighouse is literally like my family. I've been there for 10 years. My best friends are there. I've grown up there. It is. I don't know what other bands are like because I've not really played for them, but we choose to consistently like hang out together when it's not band.
That's brilliant, isn't it?
It's just a wonderful organisation for a social life, but it's not all sunshine and roses. There is parts of it that are really hard. I think the pressure of contests is one of them for me, but it is worth it.
Brilliant, thank you. Anyone else got any?
I think Ellena summed it up quite well there.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it?
Yeah, hard times, but rewarding.
Definitely. Yeah, very rewarding. Yeah, exactly.
It's inspirational as well, I think, in particular for all of us, especially the younger members of the band. Working with Dave King is
amazing, is it?
It's just such a good opportunity. Like I've never worked with anyone quite like him, and knowing that he's maybe getting towards the end of his career, like the opportunity to play under him and learn from him is very inspirational.
Yeah.
And listening to his many analogies as well in rehearsals.
We'll never forget those.
To try and get us to play in the way that he wants us to play is very interesting.
Brilliant. Amazing. I bet it's brilliant to watch your practices.
You should come up.
I know, I'll have to come and watch, because I love watching you on stage when David King's conducting. I love watching because he's just like, he's all over, isn't he? And I always think it's just amazing, isn't it? I mean, I think it'd be lovely just to see what, I'll have to come when you have an open rehearsal. I'll have to come.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, brilliant. Well, thank you so much. Honestly, that was great. I need to wish you good luck for London, though, because that's your next thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's already started rehearsing.
Yeah. And how is that going? Is it going all right?
Going well. We've only had one rehearsal so far, but it went well on Monday, and
brilliant.
I think we're all just excited now that we've won the Open. Because we won the Open 3 years ago, which was the first time any of us would have won the Open. We weren't actually going to London because we hadn't qualified.
Right. So this
is our first chance to actually go to London as British Open champions, feeling that like
amazing,
and go and give it our best shot.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, I can't wait. I've got my ticket. I'm coming down.
We expect to hear some cheers then.
I know, come on. I can't wait. I'm a total geek when I get there. I just like to just listen, and it's just wonderful, isn't it? I like the hush and everything, like that. It's the size of the hall, isn't it? I don't know. There's something about it, isn't there? The Albert Hall. So all the best to you all, and I'll watch out for you.
Thanks, Julie.
Might see you in the goat after, or wherever you go. All right, we take care. I keep these glasses. I must go to the opticians. I can't see a thing, honestly. Well, thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks very much to Ginnette, Ellena, Alice, Bethan and Natalie from the Brighouse Rastrick Band for taking the time to chat to me, and thank you to yourselves for listening. See you next time. The music used on the podcast is the Tees Components March, written by our friend Andrew Champion and played by Tees Components Brass, who are based in North Skelton.